Hello and welcome to Junk Journal Inspirations. My name is Emily. Okay, so I am back with another little process video for a part of my junk mail envelope journal. I wanted to show you just a couple things that I've done off camera to kind of decorate it and things like that. I just added on the front cover here, this is a piece of fabric that I stamped on with this vintage pointy hand stamp that I love. And then there's a antique tin type photo. I think that's what they're called. And then this is a little like game piece, bingo piece, and there's a piece of a lace behind there. And then I also added let me move some stuff out of the way here. I was trying to decide how I wanted to hold the envelope section together so that it doesn't flop around. So I came up with, this is one of the little windy guys that Nikki came up with at Musings by Nikki. And what I did was, let me undo it here and I'll show you. I just added the little brad piece to my little mini CD envelope, and then I actually put some packing tape over the brad part so it doesn't get stuck on things. And then over on this side, I added, this is, it looks like a little swirly paper clip, but I think it was actually like an incense holder. I don't know, it came in some stuff that I got from an estate sale, but it works perfectly as a paper clip, and I love the size of it. So that holds this envelope down. And then I attached this really old piece of string to this part of this envelope. This is the end of a piano player piano roll. So I just attached the string to that. Okay, so this all, this envelope here just gets clipped on to the inside of the big envelope like that, right? And then the string, I just brought it around to the front here and twisted it around a couple times, and then left some length because I haven't filled this up yet. But look, it just holds that together perfectly. Love it. And then, let's see, I've added some other things, but I'll show that in the final flip through. I wanted to show you today, let me find where it is. Oh, I added some fun stuff in the middle here too. I'm gonna leave it tucked up in here though, so it doesn't make noise on my glass mat. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is die cut, but if you can see, there's actually acetate behind it, and I just turned it into a tuck spot. So I want to show you my technique for doing that. It's not my original idea. I learned this from Eva at Bohemian Crafting. So I will link to her channel, I guess. Oh, no, I'll link to the video where I saw her do this. I think she's probably done it in multiple videos. Oh, that's my clip. But I wanted to show you how I do it since we're, kind of doing process videos for this. Super simple and very effective. So when you're die cutting, right, if you want to put anything behind that die cut when you're done, it's very difficult, especially if you're using acetate. It's very difficult to, attach anything after you've cut it out because these lines are so tiny, right? So what Eva does is she takes the piece that she's going to cut from. So I'm going to cut it here like this. Okay, and I might even, well, I'll do that after the fact, but I'm going to line the back with double-sided sticky tape. Score tape, whatever you have will work. And I'm going to do this before I cut it in my die cutting machine. So I just happen to have, I think this is 1/2 inch. I don't have anything wider. This would be so much faster if you had like 1 inch score tape, or, you know, even bigger than that. But this works, you know, I'm okay using what I have, right? I don't feel the need to go and buy something special. It just takes a little longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I will speed it up. All right, so now that that is, you know, completely covered in the score tape, you're ready to die cut, really. I'm not even gonna bother like burnishing the tape down, because the die cutting machine will pretty much do that for me. So what I'm gonna do, just so I make sure that this this gets cut exactly where I want it, I have a little piece of washi tape here, and I will just, whoops, sorry about that. I keep all my offcuts of washi tape for this purpose. I just leave them hanging on my washi tape holder. It works pretty well. All right, let's find a place to tape this down. All right, I'm gonna grab my big kick here, and we'll go ahead and, whoops, let me turn it around so it's easier. Or actually, I'll do it this way. Nope, we'll turn it this way. This is always a struggle. All right, so I'm gonna just lay that down like that. Yeah, okay. And we'll just run this through. Now, the last time I did it, I ran it through twice, just to make sure that it cuts through all of that. I don't know that that's necessary, but I also don't think it hurts anything to do it twice. All right, let me get this big thing out of the way. And we'll just take this off here carefully. Now I'm using this as a tuck spot, right? So I'm gonna trim up around it, whatever size I decide, right? So let me get this out of the way. You can keep all those little bits if you want. I don't necessarily, but I'll clean that up later. Okay, so get all your little extra pieces out of there. Make sure none of them are, you know, like stuck in the back. I have a pokey tool for this, but this one's pretty easy to do by hand. So you just got to remember all these little pieces. But then, as you can see, your tape is already on all those little lines. Isn't that awesome? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna lay the acetate on there first, and then I'll cut it to the size that I want. Oh, before I do that, I want to ink up the inside pieces just a little bit. So I'm just going to use my little makeup brush here, just a little bit, very light, just so it's not so you know, stark in the middle there. Go, and then I'll ink up the outside edges after I've cut it to size. All right, so we need to take off all of our sticky tape, and then I just have this acetate sheet. This is from a roll of cake collar acetate, so like for cake decorators. I found it on Amazon. I will put the link to it in the description box. It's, I think, a very cost-effective way to get acetate. It's a pretty big roll. The only thing I will say is if you do purchase it, don't take the rubber band off and leave it off. It just completely blows up. It tries to unroll itself, and yeah, it's not pretty. It's impossible to get rolled back up properly. So just take the rubber band off when you need to use it, and then just carefully unroll it. But other than that, it's been amazing. You can find acetate in other places too, in packaging and things like that, and that's just totally cool. I use that too, but sometimes I don't have any packaging like that, and it's just nice to have acetate when you need it. All right, so almost done here. There's probably a tool that would make this a little faster, but it hasn't been too bad. You just want to make sure that you get it off of all the little your little lines in your die cut. So just make sure that you don't see any more of the white backing on there. I think we're good. So I am just going to lay my acetate down. Make sure there's not too much. You're kind of fighting a losing battle trying to get all the fuzz and stuff off of the acetate. It just clings, and then I just carefully press this down everywhere, right, on both sides. It's a little squeaky for filming, sorry about that. All right, and then you're ready to trim it down to whatever size you want. Trim that down. It is approximately, it's a little less than 5 inches by 3 3/4. I just guessed what I wanted it to be. Not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and round my corners. Okay, and then we can ink up the outside here. Okay, there we go. So now we have a nice little pocket, and you've got the acetate behind there. So then you can tuck things in without tearing your very delicate die cuts. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my journal. Because it's acetate, I've used the double-sided sticky tape to attach. If you're worried about things getting, stuck in there, I think that Fabri-Tac will work. You just have to be careful. I've got kind of a small little border here. So you just want to make sure that you don't put too much glue so it doesn't show through your little window, right? So I'm just putting glue on the bottom and the one side so that it can be a tuck spot. You could also make it a pocket if you wanted. And then I'm just going to very gently place this here. And I'm just going to, very, very, very lightly tap that down so that my glue doesn't seep. So it doesn't seep. So it doesn't seep out. into the window area, like so. All right, I think that's great. And then we'll just let that dry. And let me grab a little tag here. And so then once that's dry, you can add something pretty into your tuck spot and you will be able to see it through the window. So yeah, this was, like I said, this was not an original idea. I will link to Eva's video where I saw it. But like I said, I think she does it. I think she's done it in other videos as well. She has some amazing ideas. I do love watching her channel. So yeah, go check her out. I will put the link to the cake collar acetate roll in the description box. And if you haven't, please come and check out my Facebook group, Junk Journal Inspirations. I just took over, if you didn't see that video, I just took over last week, and it's been a ton of fun, and I would love to have all of you come and join if you haven't already. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous day. The next time you see this journal will be the final flip through, and then it will be listed in my Etsy shop. So I'm hoping by the end of the week that will happen. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next video. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.